We just got some new Chapter 3 cut content, along with a brand new Huggy Wuggy manga coming out in Japan, some brand new DLC updates for the Monsters Immortal DLC, and more. So without further ado, let's go hop into the news. Okay, so starting this whole entire video off, we don't have that much news as we've been getting lately, but we still have some news like Mob Entertainment uploading 2 days ago images of cut content or different designs of the Smiling Critters cartoons. Unused art. As you guys can see, one different unused art is for, of course, Dog Day's house, and you guys can see it's a little bit worn away. It's just mainly the different colors. As you guys can see, it looks like the exact same, but this is just a yellow version of the exact same house. I guess we're just trying to pick between yellow and orange, the same colors of course, Dog Day, to see which one actually fit in for his house. This one also goes for more of a brown casual type house, and also usually I guess some other type of dogs, but of course it didn't look like a fit Dog Day, and of course they went up and then going with this one for the final one in the Smiling Critters cartoon. But what makes this a lot more interesting now is that only a day ago they actually showed us Catnap's house, and they actually told us that there was an entirely different opening that was going to show all the Smiling Critters houses. You guys can see the animation I put on the screen now. It begins. That was the intro animation to Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 that we already seen a while ago, but it turns out that was supposed to be really different. The entire opening was actually supposed to show every single one of the Smiling Critters house and maybe just go into one Dog Day, and it turns out they actually have designs for every single one of them, 3 different variations for what their house could be like. And it's saying maybe we'll show more in January, so now they're doing a request to see which the next house we're gonna actually see more of. I don't know, maybe I want to see maybe the bunny. That'd be pretty cool to see, but who knows what's gonna be next. We already saw Dog Day's whole concept art, but you guys can see this is Catnap's, and it's of course really interesting. I really did love the design. Out of all of them, I'm stuck between 1 and 2. I don't really like the other one as much, the third one, but I like the whole different cat-shaped ears. As you guys can see, it's in one of those little cat beds where our cats play on. Has a little mouse head there, a mailbox, everything is of course well designed. Sadly, it is cut. We're not going to see this in Chapter 3's opening intro, and I don't think we're ever going to see these designs ever again, so it's really cool to see now that they're showing us some cut content, just to keep us waiting, since Chapter 3 isn't even out yet and they're already showing us some cut content. But it's still amazing to actually see this. Like I said, I like the first one. You can see the different cat ears, and the only thing difference is kind of like the boarded up wood. It's all brown and old looking versus the other one in the middle, all white and new, of course looking like the newest and nicest one. And the other one just looks like another old house. So I do like the one in the middle, but you guys can let me know in the comments below, out of all these canceled house designs, which one do you like? And out of all the new Smiling Critters, which one do you want to see next? Since you already saw Dog Day and Catnap, which one would you like to see next? Now moving on, Poppy Playtime Japan posted this tweet on Twitter, or X. And as you guys can see here, this is of course the cover for a brand new Poppy Playtime manga. As you guys can see here, you got Huggy Wuggy is there, smiling, is looking into the distance with 2 different anime characters, one holding the grab pack and one extremely scared for Huggy, even though he's smiling friendly. So let me know what the cover says on there, but yeah, it's pretty interesting. And of course, they're able to show us 1 page. We sadly don't know how long it is going to be. We do know that this is said to be a short story, so we know not that much things are actually going to be happening here. But yeah, as you guys can see, it's kind of like Chapter 1, but instead of being 1 player, it's actually 2 players. They walk in, and of course, we get meet with the evil, scary Huggy Wuggy. It definitely reminds me more of that toy Huggy Wuggy, you know, that one that we got that's like really tall. It kind of reminds me of that one, but as you guys can see here, it does of course the different panels. It zooms into Huggy and his teeth, and it's really cool to see Huggy in this type of art style, you know, just black and white. I really do love it, and of course, if you want me to actually get my hands on one of these, I'll definitely try my best, because this seems interesting. Even though I cannot read Japan, maybe we're able to translate it, but yes, of course, she's scared of Huggy Wuggy. And this is also another thing that's on the post. It doesn't really show any Huggy Wuggy here, but this is, I think, the place that they'll be uploading it on. But now for some other news by Toby. When someone asks, what does Huggy do in his free time? Will that be answered? And then Toby replied, saying he's dead, then cuts himself off and say, oh. Now this is definitely huge. Like we said, we kind of already knew that Huggy Wuggy's not really dead in Chapter 3. Like at this time point, we kind of all knew that. But Toby replying he's dead, then cuts himself off for trying to say that Huggy Wuggy's dead. He said just, oh. I know he's not saying yes or even no, but I think this really confirms it, because everybody kept calling Huggy's fall in Chapter 1. They called it Huggy's fall, not Huggy's death. And they never like to use the word death, as you guys can see there. He even cut himself off just to say, oh, because he's not dead, because he was asking what does Huggy do in his free time. So you guys can let me know in the comments below what you guys do think about this, if this answers if Huggy Wuggy is still alive or not. But yeah, for me, it definitely says that this boy is still alive, and you guys cannot change that. Now for some really funny news. This has been going on earlier in the week, and it's a new Poppy Playtime Untitled Poppy Playtime song. As you guys can see, the musicians here, the first one is this rockin' music, makes a lot of different, popular game songs. But what's interesting is when you see and it says Post Malone. This has been going around for so long, saying there's a new song coming out in 2024 for Poppy Playtime being made by Rocket Music and Post Malone. Thanks to Poppy Playtime News, as expected, this was of course fake, and it has been deleted also too. But yes, Rocket Music and Post Malone is not collabing to make a Poppy Playtime song. This would have been extremely funny to see if this is an actual, case, if this was actually going to happen, but no, it is not happening. We're not getting a Poppy Playtime song with Post Malone, but maybe this becomes a huge enough thing. Maybe Post Malone actually sees this and be like, hey, yo, maybe I could do it, maybe, I don't know. But maybe one day. But sadly, it ain't happening. Now for the last bit of news. For the Monster Immortals Poppy Playtime Panic DLC, it released last Friday, officially releasing 1 week ago at the time of recording this. I, of course, already did a video on it, but recently they just uploaded a brand new patch, Update 1, meaning that possibly they're going to be uploading more patches as time goes on, but we have no idea. It's just minor adjustments to the Poppy Playtime DLC were made, with one of them being, there's only like 3 it says here, but one of them is Cat B units nerfed in trap time. When traps happen and Cat B happens as a trap, it's going to be reduced to 3 hits required to destroy them. I mean, you can hit them 3 times and it'll destroy them. The heavy attack equals 2 light, and it says here 1 hit is a light attack. So it shows the different attacks you can actually do to, hit Catnap. I mean, not Catnap, Cat B. It says your Cat B poison status effect during the reduced duration has been reduced to 3 seconds only, and the poison timer does not reset if the player continues standing in the poison gas, meaning after 3 seconds, that's it. It will not reset. So for the first 2 changes were just for the trap, being the Cat B trap, but now for the third and last one is Huggy Wuggy's speed is now buffed in boss time. The movement speed was increased by 30%, meaning he's going to be a lot more faster, and Huggy Wuggy, being the boss of this chapter, is going to be, of course, chasing you a lot more. Sadly, that's all we have for the updates. I definitely do think it was a good DLC, but it could have been a lot more better with, of course, a lot of cut content being, of course, we already know, Boxy Boo and the player, but it's really sad to see that. Maybe one day we'll get them, but in my opinion, the DLC is it could have been a lot more better. You guys could play and watch my playthrough of it. It is really fun to play though, for real. Well, that's me for this video. It's, this is the end of December. We're getting very, very close to the beginning of January. And we all know that we're going to be getting ourselves the second trailer in January, which I did another video on. Meaning that sooner or later, January this month is going to be a crazy month, because we're going to be getting ourselves a lot of new Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 news. Let me know in the comments below what you guys do think about this news video. Let me know what's your favorite part. Was it the content, the manga, or the whole leak about the new collab with Post Malone for a Poppy Playtime song? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Please don't forget to subscribe, because it helps out this channel so much, and it really, really makes my day when you guys subscribe, and I just love it so much. Anyways, here's all in the next video.